All right, we're going to go with back and we are going to go with lack of wrists. That's what we're going for today. Let's start sat on a block and let's find the posture that we all know we should have. We just don't always show. So find a cross-legged position. If you need to use blocks underneath your knees to give you that really comfortable support, then do that. Just find what feels good for you. So we're sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to just encourage you to just close off the eyes. Get rid of the outside world, focus in on yourself and just start to breathe. Pretty easy, isn't it? Just breathing in and breathing out. And as we do that, we're going to take those shoulders up towards the ears and then just roll those shoulders all the way back down. Hands can be just comfortably resting in the lap or on the thighs, up to you, just doing what feels good for you. Just rolling those shoulders back and down, nice and up towards the ears, finding that openness across the chest. And then take it in the other direction. Rolling them over. Always feels a little bit peculiar, that does. Squeezing those shoulder blades together and then rolling those shoulders back over. And then pausing, ready, waiting. I want you to take a nice deep inhale. As you do, imagine that cord from the crown of your head lifting you up. Just dip the chin ever so slightly to lengthen through the spine, just that little bit more through the neck. Engage really lightly the core, thinking about those ribs just tucking in. And then we're going to start with some even breathing. If my breath pattern doesn't match yours, then that's fine, do your own. So here we go. Let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just allowing your breath pattern to return to its smooth, even state. And I want you to refocus on that cord from the crown of the head, lifting you back up. Maintaining that posture that you know you should have day to day, but let's be honest, we all just let go from time to time. I want you to think about an intention that you might set yourself for today's practice, or simply just clear your mind and sit with your breath for a moment or two. You can begin to open up the eyes if you feel good to do so, or keep them closed, there's no pressure here. We're going to switch the legs over just to get ourselves nice and balanced, and then take the hands behind the head, interlace those fingers, and then from here just draw that right elbow down, left elbow is going to lift. I want you to think about that core, just keeping you nice and strong so that you can lengthen through the side body. Thinking about those shoulders being level as opposed to dropping that left shoulder. Coming back to center, this time left elbow comes down, right elbow lifts. Again, drawing that core in so you've got just a little bit of security through the core. Coming back, this time we're going to bring elbows towards ears, and then we're going to tuck the chin to the chest and then start to round down through the spine. It's not about getting low, it's about getting to a point that is comfortable for you. And then coming all the way back out. As we're there, we're going to open up the elbows. We're going to lift the chin to the ceiling, thinking about lifting through the chest. And then close it off, bringing the head to neutral, elbows to ears, chin to chest, round down through the spine. Going to wherever is comfortable. Stacking all the way back up, and then once you're up to the top, open the elbows, lift the chin to the ceiling, lift the chest. Nice deep breath in, and then release. Okay, from here, let's take that right hand down. I'm going to lift the left arm high. Bring that right elbow in towards the body, open that right shoulder out. And then switch out, left hand comes down. Open that right hand towards the ceiling all the way over. Just finding that fluid motion. Doesn't matter whether you're moving with the breath or not, just finding what feels good for you. Maybe starting to take the gaze towards the ceiling each time, maybe not. Maybe opening the chest to the ceiling, maybe not. It's your practice, you do as you please. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to pause, back up to center, and then lift the arms high. We're going to reach up through that right hand towards the ceiling, and then level out with the left hand, reaching towards the ceiling. Just finding a little bit of movement from side to side. And then when you're ready, let's take the hands behind us, fingertips to the back of the room, roll those shoulder heads back and down. And then take an inhale, lift the chest. And then begin to walk those hands round. We're going to take the hands down in front of us. We're going to take an inhale, lift and lengthen. Find space across the chest. Walk the fingertips forward. Pause, take an inhale, lift and lengthen. Walk the fingertips forward. You know where we're going. Take an inhale, lift, lengthen, and then walk the fingertips forward. It doesn't matter where you get to. I want you to find that stretch through the spine and through the shoulders. So if you're up here and it still feels great, then that is amazing. Think about with your inhales, just working with them, always thinking about that lift and then that exhale so you can move into the space where the air once was. We're going to walk the hands over to the right hand side. Take the left hand, place it on top of the right, and then drop that left shoulder slightly. Relax into the neck. Find that deep stretch through the left side. And then walking the hands through center, over to the left. Right hand places on top of that left hand. Drop that right shoulder slightly. Take an inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, lowering down. And then walking the hands back through center and then all the way in. Release the block from underneath your bottom. We're going to take the feet out, plant them down and take the hands behind you, fingertips to the back of the room. And we're just going to drop the knees down to the right. Take a moment here just to find that stretch through the outer left thigh. And then back to center and then drop them down to the left-hand side. Just waiting, finding that stretch through the outer right thigh. And then repeating. And then back to the other side. And then all the way back up. We're going to extend that right leg away from us. Bring that left foot into the inner right thigh. Great time to grab a strap. And if you need a block to sit on to lift you up, to give you a slightly more movement through the hip space, then do that. I'm going to hook the foot. We're going to draw those elbows in. All the while we're thinking about the spine, okay? So I know this is deceptive. We're thinking about the back of the leg here, getting a nice stretch in here. But what we want to do is lift and lengthen through the spine. Find the best posture you have. Draw the shoulders back and down, elbows in towards the body. Take an inhale. As we exhale, fold over the top of that right leg. Doesn't matter where we get to, we want to prevent the spine from rounding. So if that means we're up here, perfect. If it means that we've got our nose to the big toe, then well done. Okay, so from here, thinking about your breath, inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, move that belly out of the way, begin to fold down. As soon as you feel that round in the spine, just come up a little bit higher. Open this through the chest. Okay. From here, dropping that strap, we're going to take the left hand down, reach that right arm as far forward as you can, come all the way round, and then lift through the hips. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, push down through that pinky-ish side of that right foot. That right arm can come wherever is comfortable. Opening through the front body, relaxing the neck, but keep control still. You don't want to cause yourself any harm. So just allowing the head to loll back if that feels good for you. And then slowly coming all the way back down to where you started. Let's switch out. Left leg is going to come away. Right foot comes into the inner left thigh. Grab hold of your strap. Sitting up nice and tall, turning that torso over the top of that left leg and drawing elbows towards the body. This is the posture you know you have. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale. Get rid of that belly, move it out of the way, begin to fold over that left leg. Doesn't matter where we get to. Use your breath to help you inhale. As you exhale, move to where the air once was. Okay. Imagining that chin heading towards that big toe. And then releasing the strap. Right hand comes behind you, fingertips towards that back corner. Reach that left arm all the way forward. Reach it forward, come round, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Push down through that left foot, releasing that left arm to wherever is comfortable. Option to do this on your forearm if that is more comfortable. You want to avoid the wrists. Take a deep breath. Enjoy that openness through the front body and that expressive pose. And then slowly sinking the bottom back down, coming all the way back round. All right, nice job. Okay, let's get rid of our strap. We don't need that. We're going to come with our knees flat. We're going to tuck the toes. Get hold of your strap, okay? Now I want that just in front of you, taking my hands. Tuck the toes under, sit back onto the heels. This can feel really quite intense, or it can feel fine. If it feels intense, then you can always take the hands down just to make it a little bit easier, or bring a block towards you. We're going to take the hands over the top of the head, take hold of the strap. Just going to move through the shoulders, passing the strap behind and over the top. Really be mindful not to have the space between your hands too narrow so that you're having to click into your shoulders. What we want to do is just allow this mobility to happen naturally. Shouldn't feel anything cracking or clicking that makes you feel uncomfortable. And I want you to think about the core drawing in. So we're thinking here about those ribs being tightly knit in and our crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to pause next time the strap is in front of us, and we're going to take the hands down and we're going to tap the toes out, just finding that gentle release. Okay, a little bit of a challenge now. I know you like a challenge. We're going to come back onto the toes. This time we're going to lift the knees. If balance is not your friend today, use blocks to hold you up, or your hands if your arms are long enough. If you are a friend of a bit of a challenge today, we're going to be sitting up nice and tall, taking the arms above you, and we're going to drop the left arm down and the right arm to lift, focusing in on something that is not moving. Switching out, arms are going to lift, right arm drops, left arm lifts. Lifting through the arms, draw that core in so you're nice and strong here. We're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, take the weight into the hands, tap those toes out nice and gently. Well done. Okay. And then we're going to find ourselves in a table, but we're going to come off of the wrists, come straight down onto the forearms. Interlace those fingers and push through the forearms. We're not going into dolphin, don't worry. From here, we're going to extend that right leg away, push through the heel, keep those hips as level as you can. Okay, want to feel that stretch down the back of that right leg. Meanwhile, we're building strength through the shoulders. So pushing through the forearms should really start to make you feel like you're working. Draw the belly in and under, find that core. We're going to lift the right leg now. We're going to take some small circles with that big toe. So just moving the big toe like you're drawing circles with that. Core is going to have to work really hard here. And then take it in the other direction. Okay, lowering that right knee down. Let's switch out. This time round, left leg is going to extend, push through that left heel. And then from here, just making sure those hips are nice and level. Pushing down through those forearms. We want to make sure those shoulders are over the top of the elbow, so our arms are at right angles. It's going to give us the strongest structure. Okay. From here, let's lift that left leg, draw that core in, and then start to draw these tiny circles with your big toe. And then take it in the other direction. Okay, left knee comes down. We're going to come up this time onto the hands. If we're trying to avoid wrists today, feel free to take hold of a block. You can use a block instead of coming down hard onto the wrists. Alternatively, you can come onto your forearm, but you won't have quite as much of a range of movement. So we're going to take the right hand to the back of the head. I was going to say the right head, but we only have one. Okay, so back of the head. We're going to open the elbow towards the ceiling, opening the chest and ribs round to the right. And then we're going to take that right elbow towards the left. Open out and close. We're going to go for 5. Here we go for 3, for 2, and 1. From here, extend the right arm to the ceiling, opening the chest round. This time, take the right hand under, tap down, push through the hand, find that stretch through the shoulder, and then open for 1. Close it off. For 2, close it off. For 3, close it off. For 4, close it off. And then for 5, this time right hand slides underneath the left, rest on that right shoulder, left arm can extend in front of you, and then left leg can extend away from you as well. Find that lovely stretch on the back of the left leg. If you would like a different position for the hand, the left arm can wrap all the way behind you to touch the top of that right thigh. And then focusing on keeping that neck relaxed. That left shoulder, if the left hand is touching the right thigh, just rolling that shoulder back, giving you a little bit more movement in that shoulder area. Hanging out here, working with the breath, pushing that left heel away if the left leg is extended. Okay, left hand comes down for some stability, left knee comes down too. Draw yourself out. This time round, we're going to switch it on the opposite direction, finding your table. All right, here we go. Left hand to the back of the head. Lift that left elbow, cross it towards the right, and then open for 2, and close it off for 3, close it off for 4, close it off for 5, and close it off. This time when we open, extend the left arm to the ceiling, ribs come round, left hand comes under right, tap down, push through that left arm to find that shoulder stretch. Open for 1, close it off for 2, for 3, for 4, and for 5. This time left hand comes under, come to rest on top of that left shoulder. Right hand can extend, right leg can extend, or that right arm can come all the way round to touch the top of that left thigh. Okay, drop that right knee, right hand's going to come down. Start to unwind, coming back from the way you just came in, taking the hands down. You're going to tuck the toes. We're going to step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. Okay, from here, allow yourself a wider stance. Give yourself a nice base. Take the chest on top of the thighs. Allow the head to hang nice and heavy. We're going to take the opposite elbow grip here. So we're going to hang like a rag doll and just take a gentle sway from side to side. Feeling that release through the lower back. Imagining the crown of the head coming right between those 2 big toes. Switch the grip out, take the opposite elbows that feel peculiar. And then pause, allow yourself to hang heavy. And then release the arms. Take the right hand down, then twist round to the left as the right knee bends, the left arm lifts. Always feel free to use a block here to save you straining. So just to lengthen the arms that you have. If you feel comfortable, you can take that left arm behind you to touch the top of that right thigh, drawing the ribs round, drawing the chest round to the left side. And then switching it out, coming all the way back round. Swap the block over if you're using one. Left hand comes down, left knee bends, taking that gaze round to the right side as you lift through the right arm. Thinking about pushing that bottom back, starting to find that deep stretch with the outside of the right thigh and into the lower back. And then releasing that block. From here, starting to stack each vertebrae, taking your time until you come up to standing. I have to be aware of my light here. Okay, so standing nice and tall, taking those big toes together, nice little gap between the back of the heels so that our feet are parallel. I'm going to take the arms high, lift them up, reach up out of the waist, find movement through the shoulders, you lift. And then take a forward fold, bringing the chest down towards the thighs. Nice bend into the knees is going to give you a really deep stretch through the back of the legs. Take a half lift, hands to shins. Lengthen the spine. Imagine that you are at a table. Nice long spine. Take the gaze down. You keep the neck nice and long. And then from here, take a forward fold one more time. Nice bend through the knees if that feels good. Think about tilting those sit bones up towards the ceiling. Okay, from here, we're going to take a step back with the left foot. We're going to drop the back knee. We're going to want a block near us in a moment. Taking the arms high, interlace those fingers, release the pointer fingers, lift the pointer fingers towards the ceiling, and then take a little back bend as we begin to bring the fingers towards the back corner of the room. Draw the shoulders back and down. Sink deep into the hips, thinking about those hips moving forward and down as well. Okay, we're going to take the right hand to the right block, take the left arm high, and then take that arm all the way over towards that right side. Come into a really nice stretch, opening through that left side body. Gaze can come up towards the ceiling if you want to start to turn the chest up towards the ceiling too. Okay, from here coming all the way back. We're going to take the weight over that left knee. We're going to take the toes on the right side towards the ceiling, and we're going to hinge from the hips and lower down over that right knee. Take an inhale, lift, lengthen, imagine chin coming towards that big toe. Take another lift, lengthen, think about that lovely long spine we were working on earlier, and then take the exhale, lower down. Okay, from here, taking that right foot flat. Move the block to the other side. Take the hands down, tuck under the toes, take the left foot to join the right. Find yourself in feet together and start to stack each of the vertebrae as you come up towards a mountain pose. Nice and tall on your mat. Thinking here about that strong pose, bringing up those kneecaps, almost nice, lovely strong quads. I'm going to take the arms nice and high here. Breathe, lengthen, and then exhale. Take a forward fold. Nice deep bend into the knees if it feels good. Take a half lift, hands to the shins. Lift, lengthen, body becomes a right angle. Shoulders are back. Gaze to the top of your mat so the neck is nice and long. And then release, take a forward fold. Okay. From here, we're going to take that right foot back and then drop the back knee and untuck the toes. From here, we're going to bring the arms high, interlace those fingers, release the pointer fingers. Inhale, lift through the fingers. As you exhale, start to take a little back bend here as you trace a line towards the back corner of the room. Draw those shoulders back and down, create some space around the ears. Think about the front hip flexor getting a beautiful stretch here as those hips move forward and down. Okay, release the hands. From here, coming into a twist, taking the right hand to the left side and left towards the back thigh, starting to twist round. Releasing, left hand comes to the block, take the right arm high. Inhale, lift, lengthen through that right hand, and then come over towards the left side. Maybe turning the chest up towards the ceiling a little bit, maybe not. Lots of options, always options. And then releasing, we're going to take the weight over the top of that right knee, turn the toes on the left side towards the ceiling, use the block for some stability if you need it, keeping those hips nice and level, moving the belly out of the way and folding over the top of that left leg. Chin towards big toe, inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Your breath is your friend. So really think about that breath with every exhale moving into that space. Okay, flattening out that left foot, coming back, dropping the block, hands going to come down, left foot comes back. From here, we're going to take that right foot forward. We're going to come into a warrior two, but we're going to come into a kneeling warrior two. Gosh, it's been a long day. Let's take that left foot out, opening the hips towards the left side, and we're going to take the arms nice and long. Really reach fingers forward and back, separate the shoulder blades. We're going to take the right elbow down to the thigh, left arm comes up and over. And then moving into a reverse warrior, we're going to firstly just open out those arms. We're going to inhale, move that right arm forward, turn the palm up, left hand drops down, right arm is going to lift as the chest moves up towards the ceiling. Sure to keep a front bend in that knee, lifting through the chest, not dumping into the back. And then releasing off, taking the hands down, take that right knee back. Let's switch it out. This time the left foot is going to come through the hands. Okay, from here, coming up into our warrior two, turning the back foot out. Spin round, here we go. Extending the arms away, reaching them in opposite directions. Really spread those shoulder blades. This inner thigh, we want it to be working. So imagine that you're squeezing the glutes to open that inner thigh out. From here, drop the left elbow to the thigh, and then that right arm is going to come all the way over the top. Gaze can come to wherever is comfortable for you. Okay. One more breath here. Find that length through the side body. And then switching it out, coming back into our warrior two arms. We're going to reach forward with that left hand. Keep that right arm lifted. Turn the palm of the left hand up. Drop the right hand back to the thigh. And then take that left hand to the ceiling. Inhale, lift, lengthen, exhale. Bring that left hand over the top. Just finding that movement towards the ceiling so we don't crunch down to the lower spine. Finding strength here, keeping that bend in the front knee. And then releasing off, finding your warrior two one more time. Nice. All right. From here, let's take the hands down, bring the knee back. All right. From here, we're going to take the feet together, take the knees nice and wide, find a wide-legged child's pose and sit back. Take the hands out in front of you, sink down, working with your breath. As you take the inhale, you're going to lift. As you take the exhale, you're going to lower. Pushing down into the fingertips to get the bottom back onto the heels. Okay. From here, bringing the feet round in front of you, slowly making your way to your bottom. Okay, we're going to slowly just lower the back down. From here, extend the right leg away from you. We're going to draw left knee in towards you. Interlace the fingers, drawing that knee in towards that left shoulder. Just pausing here for a moment. Left foot is going to come to the inner thigh. Drop the knee out in your tree pose. Allow the arms to come out as cactus arms as you push down just gently through the forearms to get a little bit of chest lift here. Pushing through that right heel so that that leg remembers it's doing something. And then drop the chin slightly towards the chest just to lengthen through the neck. Using the strength or your hands, lift that left knee. And then from here, extend that left leg away. Right knee comes in this time. Bring the knee towards that right shoulder and interlace those fingers just below that knee. Push through the left heel and the right heel so that we remember that we are still actively working. Shoulders are back and down. We have a nice open chest. And then release, take that right foot to the inner left thigh, opening that knee out. feel free to use a block or a cushion to just bring the floor up to that knee. Keep pushing through that left heel. Open the arms as cactus arms, push down through the forearms to get a little bit of a lift through the chest. Taking a body scan, seeing if you're holding tension, and then adjusting if you are, to try and make it a little bit easier on your body. Okay, and then releasing. Let's take that knee up, using the hand or some strength, up to you, and then extending those knees away. This is your opportunity to just reset. So whether you need to curl yourself into a little ball, whether you need to windscreen wiper those knees from side to side, just making adjustments that you might need to before we settle into our final Savasana. So I'll give you a moment or two just to settle in, maybe pop on a jumper, maybe get a blanket, whatever you might need to do, but just settle in to your relaxation. Once you're there on your mat, nothing else to think about. Simply start by just breathing in and breathing out. Allowing your breath to find its natural rhythm. As you take a breath in, imagine yourself growing taller. I want you to feel the connections to your foundations. You relax deeper into the mat. As you exhale, release the shoulders back and down and fall deeper into that connection to the earth, to your mat, and to your breath. I'm going to take a few moments paying attention to the breath, just settling into a smooth and even rhythm. Bringing your awareness to the breath, to the posture, the lungs, the shoulders. Begin to intentionally generate a deep sensation of gratitude for the breath itself. As you do, notice that the breath is moving in and out. Remember how precious one breath can be. As you breathe in, you go on to the next one, inviting in that feeling of wonder and awe as you just sit with the breath. You breathe in and you breathe out. Perhaps you can feel your heartbeat. Perhaps you can hear your heartbeat. Perhaps in the quiet, you just settle into the breath as you breathe in the gratitude and you release with a cleansing breath. Finding that connection to the mat as you draw heavier into that relaxation, the connecting points, the heels, the backs of the legs, the heaviness in the hips, the spine, the shoulders, the backs of the hands, the curled in fingers, the heaviness of the head. Just taking that breath in and that breath out. Allowing yourself one more round of breath, knowing that your time on your mat is coming to an end, but knowing that you can always find relaxation when you refocus on the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Knowing that it is time to start to awaken the body and bring our attention back into the wider world, Starting to move the fingers, move the toes, give them a wiggle. Maybe lifting through one side of the body and the other, just lengthening one side and then the other, paying attention to how you feel. Allowing yourself that feeling of relaxation to come with you in the rest of your day. When you are ready, slowly begin to make your way back up to a seated position, and I will be there.